I never breathed a word to my son about my $45,000 monthly income, even as he watched me scrape by in a modest life. One day, he invited me to dine with his wife's parents, who were flying in from Europe. I chose to play the part of a broke, clueless widow to test their kindness toward someone beneath them. But the second I crossed the threshold of that glittering bistro, the night flipped upside down. What unfolded crushed my daughter-in-law and her kin in ways they never saw coming, and they earned every second of it. Let me walk you through it. Let me reveal who I truly am. My son Alex, now 36, always pictured me as the weary office clerk who left at dawn and returned drained, cooking with pantry scraps. I let him believe it. I never mentioned the $45,000 wired to my account each month, the 2 decades as VP of Global Strategy for a tech giant, or the 9-figure deals I sealed while shaping lives across continents. Why boast? I was raised to carry worth inside, not parade it. So I kept my secret. Same cozy flat for 15 years. Same scuffed leather satchel, thrift store blouses, home-cooked meals, every spare dollar invested until silence built a fortune. Real strength doesn't announce itself, it watches. I was watching when Alex rang that Wednesday, voice tight as a snare drum. Mom, favor, Lena's parents are here from Milan, first visit, dinner Saturday at La Perle. Please? The plea wasn't invitation, it was damage control. What do they know about me? I asked. A beat. I said you're administrative, live simply, not much to spare. Simple. The word stung like cheap wine. I inhaled slow. I'll be there. Hanging up, I scanned my uncluttered living room. No art, no flash, and decided, if they expected a pauper, I'd deliver one. I'd feel exactly how they treated the have-nots. My gut whispered they judged by net worth. My gut never lies. Saturday, I wore my ugliest find, a shapeless charcoal frock, pilled cardigan, scuffed flats, hair in a limp knot. I looked like life had chewed me up and spat me out. Perfect. The cab pulled up to La Perle. Crystal chandeliers, valet and tails, menus without prices. Anticipation buzzed under my skin, laced with a quiet ache. I hoped I was wrong. Hoped they'd see past the rags. But the corporate veteran in me knew better. I stepped inside. Alex stood by a window table, stiff in his navy suit. Lena, in pearl silk and stilettos, flicked nervous glances at the door. Her parents already enthroned. Vivienne in emerald velvet and diamonds. Claudio in bespoke charcoal, gold cufflinks glinting like warnings. I shuffled forward. Alex's eyes bulged. Mom? Here I am, sweetheart. My voice quivered on cue. Then Vivienne's gaze raked me from head to toe, and the first poison-tipped smile curved her lips. Vivienne's handshake was limp, perfumed over in a blink. Claudio's followed, polite, dismissive. I took the chair farthest from them, the one no one pulled out. The waiter flourished leather-bound menus in Italian. I squinted, feigning confusion. Could someone? Vivienne sighed theatrically. I'll order for you, dear. Something light. We mustn't overindulge. Light translated to the cheapest salad. No one protested. Conversation began with their transatlantic flight, the penthouse suite, the leased Maserati. Then the flexing. Picked up a few trifles, 8,000 give or take. Vivienne's eyes dared me to gush. I murmured, how lovely. She leaned in, syrupy. And you, Clara, what do you do? Office work, filing, typing, whatever's needed. Claudio chuckled. Honest labor, dignified. The word dignified dripped pity. Plates arrived, micro portions on square china. Vivienne speared her $90 fillet. Quality justifies cost. One shouldn't settle. I nodded, fork trembling for effect. Alex stared at his risotto. Lena twisted her napkin into knots. Vivienne pressed on. We ensured Lena attended elite academies, summered in Provence, speaks 5 languages. When she wed Alex, we gifted the condo deposit, $50,000, and their Santorini honeymoon. We believe in lifting our children. Her gaze pinned me. Were you able to contribute anything substantial? A modest token, I whispered. How thoughtful, she cooed, venom sweet. Rage simmered, arctic and controlled. I let her talk. Braggarts always bury themselves. She swirled a $250 burgundy. Trained palate, you see. Vineyards in Bordeaux, Tuscany, I shrugged. I sipped table wine on holidays. Her smile thinned. Dessert, gold-flecked mousse at $35 a spoonful. Vivienne licked her spoon. Exquisite. Details matter. Then the pivot. Clara, as family, we must speak plainly. Alex stiffened. Mom? Let me finish, Vivienne cut in. Alex is our son-in-law. We adore him. But marriage demands stability. You live alone on a clerk's wage. Naturally, he worries. That worry could strain their union. Strain, I echoed softly. We propose a modest stipend, $800 monthly, to ease your burdens. In return, grant them space. No surprise visits, no financial pleas. A fair exchange. The bribe landed like a velvet gauntlet. Alex's fist hit the table. Enough! Vivienne lifted a brow. We're adults, darling. I dabbed my lips, voice suddenly steel. Generous offer, Vivienne. Clarify. $800 to vanish from my son's life? She faltered. Not vanish. Precisely vanish. I leaned forward. You've itemized your gifts, $65,000 total. Did it purchase love or obedience? Her cheeks blotched. Excuse me? You've cataloged costs all night. Never once asked if I'm lonely, if I'm well. You priced my worth at $800. Here's a truth. Those who speak only in dollars understand value least. Claudio opened his mouth to retort. Then my next sentence froze every fork midair. 42 years ago, I began, voice ringing clear. I was 22, a typist earning pennies, pregnant, abandoned. Family disowned me. I worked till labor, returned 2 weeks postpartum. Neighbor minded Alex while I clocked 12-hour shifts. Nights, I studied finance on library books, taught myself 3 languages, climbed from clerk to VP. Today, I earn $45,000 monthly, oversee 4 continents, move billions. I chose this frayed dress tonight to watch your masks slip, and slip they did. Silence crashed. Alex's fork clattered. Lena gasped. Vivienne's diamonds seemed to dim. Claudio blanched. $45,000? Monthly, 20 years. Over $12 million gross, plus equity. I turned to Alex, soft. I hid it so you'd chase dreams, not inherit them. Money can corrode character. Lena whispered. Then the tiny flat, the old bag? I need no stage. True wealth whispers. Vivienne recovered first, shrill. A stunt, you deceived us. You deceived yourselves, I countered. You offered alms to buy my absence. I merely let you reveal your hearts. Claudio sputtered, misinterpreted. When you labeled me a burden? When you priced empathy at $800? I slid a matte titanium card across the linen. Unlimited. Cover the check. Call it a pauper's courtesy. Vivienne stared at the engraved Clara Voss, VP Global Strategy, as if it burned. The waiter returned. Signore Claudio's cards declined. His face purpled. Second card declined. He bolted to phone the bank. Vivienne's poise cracked. I laid my titanium card down. Use this. Bill settled in 90 seconds. Vivienne clutched the card like evidence in a trial. I rose. Money buys neither grace nor decency. You have vaults, I have peace. To Lena, choose who you become. Don't echo them. Alex hugged me, trembling. Mom, I'm sorry I never asked. Grow, don't grovel. Outside, city lights blurred. Alex asked, was it worth the charade? I needed proof they'd scorn the poor. Proof granted. Forgive them? When they see people, not portfolios. 3 nights later, my doorbell rang, and the broken voice on the intercom wasn't Alex's. Lena stood on my threshold in jeans, no makeup, eyes swollen. May I come in? I stepped aside. She surveyed my uncluttered flat anew. No pretense now. We sat. Silence stretched until she broke it. My parents grew up dirt poor, watching siblings die for lack of medicine. Money became their god. They drilled it into me. Worth equals wealth. I swallowed it whole until you stripped the varnish off their souls. Tears fell. I stayed mute while they flayed you. Cowardice. I'm here to unlearn, not just apologize. I poured tea. Trauma explains, it doesn't excuse. You choose your echo. She nodded. Alex and I drew lines. No more financial puppeteering, no disdain. They raged, threatened to rewrite wills, called us traitors. We stood firm. For the first time, I feel air in my lungs. Good, I said, peace is oxygen. Teach me humility that isn't humiliation. Live it, don't perform it. Question every purchase. Need or applause? Speak truth though it stings. Start small, one honest day, then another. She hugged me, raw, shaking. When we have kids, they'll learn hearts outweigh holdings. Keep that vow. Phone buzzed. Simone just left your place lighter than I've ever seen. Thank you for the bridge. Love you beyond numbers. I typed, love you beyond measure. Sun dipped, gilding my simple walls. I'd never again play poor. The mask served its purpose. Vivienne and Claudio remained prisoners of their own vaults. Lena and Alex were breaking free. I'd spoken my truth, guarded my peace. and kept my soul unrented. Yet one loose thread nagged. What became of the titanium card I left in Vivian's trembling hand?